Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the third match here with Blue-Green Infect. Looks like we won the die roll, and yeah, we'd love to play first. Let's take a look at our opener here. Ooh, this is tricky, right? Because we have two Infectors, some nice pump spells, but only one land. I think this is a keep, but it's really close. It's really the mulligans in this deck get worse and worse, so I think we can try it. The fact that we have Spell Pierce in our opener means we can at least Chancellor of the Forge. What in the world? Is this some sort of Goblins deck? Ah, geez. Well, maybe this Spell Pierce will be useful. Okay, Chancellor of the Forge. I'm not quite sure what deck we're up against here. Nykthos, this could be some like Devotion deck? Mono red? Like, at first I thought maybe it's some weird Goblins build, but as it stands, this is pretty weird. Alright, one land off the top and we're in business. I think we run out the Blighted Agent first. I think if they go like Mountain Lightning Bolt, then I'm going to feel pretty bad, but I think based on our opponent's start here, leading on a Nykthos, seems like it's pretty good for us. But we could get caught with our pants down right now, basically. Oh wow, our opponent is going to discard. That's pretty good for us. In that case, I think we just go ahead and attack here and run out another Blighted Agent. There's really no rush, and we don't want to really let our opponent off the hook here. If they are able to answer one of these Blighted Agents, we still have another one. Alright, looks like our opponent drew a mountain, which means they can play spells. Question is, will it be fast enough for what we're doing? Because we don't actually have that much mana or Pyroclasm? What? Who plays Chancellor of the Forge into Pyroclasm? Alright. Okay, punished for tapping out there. I guess I really didn't have to. So this turn we play Noble Hierarch. That way, next turn we can go Blighted Mamba plus protect it with Spell Pierce and or Blossoming Defense / Vines of the Vastwood. Obviously, a really awkward set of turns there. We lost two of our best. What? Valakut? I don't even know, but I'm going to feel really bad if I lose to this really weird deck. Let's go ahead and play the Blighted Mamba, and I guess we get the Dryad Arbor out there because it'll be a green source in the future, and I could use some more mana in the coming turns here. Feels like an Anger of the Gods. I will absolutely. Do I Spell Pierce the Faithless Looting? So next turn I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 green sources. I can go pump. Yeah, that I have lethal next turn, so I'm not gonna care too much about this Faithless Looting. Leyline of Punishment. I mean, all right, if that's how you want to roll, opponent, but yeah, our opponent's definitely dead. We could actually just keep up Spell Pierce for anything really weird. Yeah, alright. I have no idea what we're playing against here, but looks like there's some number of Pyroclasms and weird stuff. Don't even ask me, guys. I don't even know what I'm doing here. We didn't see spot removal. We saw Clasms. Probably they have Anger of the Gods and the like. If they have Pyroclasm. Echoing Truth could hit goblins, of course, but we really have no idea what they're doing. Twisted Image doesn't seem great other than being a cantrip. Dispel also doesn't seem great. I do like the idea of these Spell Pierces, though. Echoing Truth is a maybe. Definitely no Twisted Images, no Corruptors. Nissa in the face of Clasm seem weak. These don't seem necessary. So I guess Shaper Sanctuary, maybe. I actually do like mutagenic growths in this matchup, though. If their plan is to Pyroclasm, a mutagenic growth gets our creatures out of range pretty easily. So I think just 2 Spell Pierce is all we need. This should be like a pretty good matchup as is. I don't quite know what our opponent is on, but we'll do our best here with what we got. So for these Spell Pierces, what I've been doing so far is trimming around the edges. So -1 Groundswell, -1 Might of Old Crozet, and 2 more Spell Pierce for some interaction. Is that correct? I'm not sure. I'm not an expert, but this looks to be like a pretty good setup to me. Obviously, keep our threat density, keep our big spell here. Yeah, so trim around the edges a bit seems to be fine for a couple Spell Pierces. Again, this seems like a matchup that's pretty good. Of course, Pyroclasm is a beating, but now that we know to play around that, we should be pretty good. Unfortunately, we have a no-lander. Getting a lot of no-landers, which is really weird considering, again, 21 lands. We'll mulligan. Unfortunately, I think we have to keep it, and we see a Blighted Agent on top. That's fantastic. God, what does this leyline do? Whenever you cast a spell, you pay 1. If you do, it deals 1 to target player. So it can't deal damage to a creature, which is good. So here we'll run out the Noble Hierarch with a Forest. They might be a Blood Moon deck. Obviously, we saw Valakut, we saw Nykthos. So maybe they're not a Blood Moon deck, but we have another Foothills here to grab. Demigod of Revenge. That's actually quite cool. Oh, I see. So it's a Devotion deck. Yeah. We actually really want this Noble Hierarch to live. It'll allow us to deploy Blighted Agent and protect it. Sweet, another Blighted Agent. So I'm actually going to get a Breeding Pool here. I will use the Noble Hierarch mana because I don't want to get caught in a weird position where I'm trying to protect the Blighted Agent, and then my opponent kills the Noble Hierarch or something like that. So just using the Noble Hierarch is a good way to avoid any of that shenanigans. It'll be a shame, of course, if we get hit by an Anger of the Gods here, because we don't have quite a good way of dealing with that. Pyroclasm, we do have a way to deal with Pyroclasm. So we'll let the Leyline trigger resolve. Let's see if they want to hit us with that. They don't. I'm going to go ahead and save the Blighted Agent with the Groundswell. And basically they traded, I guess it's still a 2-for-1, right? Faithless Looting. So are there any draws that win us the game here? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. So they discarded a Nykthos or a Leyline, or no, they discarded another Leyline and a Nykthos. Interesting. So actually, I like deploying this Noble Hierarch. It's extra mana for next turn, which would allow me to win. Assuming my opponent, again, maybe just flashbacks Faithless Looting and doesn't do anything exciting. We can also still protect our Blighted Agent with Might of Old Crozet here. So if our opponent goes Pyroclasm again, we just Might of Old Crozet and still protect it. But this, of course, sets up our ability to go Vines of Vastwood Kicker, Please no Anger of the Gods. Just Faithless Looting here. Simian Spirit Guide. At the beginning of the end step, what are these cards? If no creature on sacrifice, deals 1 to each creature and each player. Okay. So far, unless they have exactly Simian Spirit Guide, yeah, looks like our opponent is going crazy on the plans here, but interesting. So this should be lethal here. Again, we don't have to use Vines. We can just use it as a protection spell. And that should be lethal here. I promise you guys this was a competitive lobby, so do not hate me, please. But anyways, that's a turn 4 kill for Infect. It kind of punishes these dirtily decks that try to set up some big combo. But yeah, that's blue-green Infect for you. So looks like we're 2-1 so far. And let's go ahead and try to play maybe 1 or 2 more matches here for you guys, because these games do go by pretty quick. All right, so stay tuned for the 4th match. I'll see you all very soon.